Good morning, everybody. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel, and this is your football update for Wednesday, the 19th of August. Help if I knew the date, wouldn't it? This is yesterday's stories, what went on the channel, where we are with football today, and the main headline there is the game-by-game European football continues, and PSG, as you can see by the PXG today here, by the XG, a very convincing victory in the Champions League semi-final, and the Parisians move on to the final. Can they finally do it in their new age of mega bucks? Marquinhos, Di Maria, Bernard with the goals. However, it was a bit of a hammering, wasn't it? There is Neymar, you can see, going through 1v1, clips it around the keeper, just kisses the post and goes wide there. Neymar charges down the keeper there, smacked against his arm. Mbappe puts it in. New laws this season say that's handball. Anything that remotely hits the arm, deliberate or not deliberate, and then leads to a goal is a handball. However, we have this fun precedent now in football where if it doesn't lead to a goal, it's probably not handball. So if you remember back in the Championship coverage to Harry Arter versus Forest, where we had this weird thing where after reading the rules we concluded the second he kicks the ball in the goal, it's a handball. If the ball hits the post, it's not a handball. Very strange that something after the incident decides what the incident is, but there we go. Didn't matter. Di Maria puts a lovely free kick in, and you can see, well, depending on if your glass is half empty or half full there, either the defence has completely let him go, or Marquinhos and Di Maria have timed that absolutely perfectly. It looks like the end of a 100-metre sprinting race, doesn't it, where just one guy is ahead of the echelon, isn't it? He glances the header, and I think he scored in the last game, Marquinhos, as well. Lovely free kick by Di Maria, who's still a very high calibre football player. And another big chance there. That's Mbappe, isn't it? Clear and cannot finish that one. You can see this could have been a Bayern Munich-Barcelona type score indeed. Chance there for Leipzig, cut back, and just, you can see, with the keeper beaten, flying past the post there. Neymar thinks he's Joe Bryan here, tries to do the free kick. You can see the big gap there, trying to catch the keeper out. Look at that. He's not Joe Bryan though, is he? Hits the outside of the post and wide it goes. God, they just had chance after chance, didn't they? That's Di Maria. That actually came from a Leipzig mistake, playing out from the back, quick back heel, played in. And Di Maria sticks it in 2-0 to PSG. Game over. Could have been 4-0, 5-0 at half time. Couldn't it? Because Neymar misses another one. Look how close that is. Just going wide of the post first time from the wonderful Brazilian. Again, doesn't matter. We see it so many times. A team has a great first half, as in PSG. The other team then comes out, really goes for it for the start of the second half, and it just gets picked off for the decisive goal. So that's Bernard. 3-0 there again. They're getting a bit of a muddle, not clearing the ball, and he's on the near post. A glance in that header beautifully. Neymar in very S-housey style tries to steal it from him on the goal line. No good. More chances. Look, there's Mbappe in, and that one's saved. But in the end, Thomas Tuchel gets into the final. And let's see who he's going to face. You can see there, Lyon versus Bayern. That is today. I suppose the hot favourites are Bayern, and you could get the new money and the power of PSG and Mbappe and Neymar against the old school dominance of Bayern and Lewandowski and the great Thomas Muller in a big game. He'll probably score at least 2 goals, won't he? Interesting one for Leipzig though. You just wonder whether Atletico would have given PSG a better game in that, but Leipzig are a growing force and they got right in deep into that competition. However, just running out of steam there and well beaten by the French there. So, as I say, we look forward to Lyon versus Bayern. Again, you'd say Bayern are hot favourites. The final will be this Sunday on my birthday. Look at that. PSG in the final against Lyon, or Bayern coming up. Strangely, while this year's Champions League is finishing, next year's is already in qualifying mode. And you can see there a couple of familiar names for us Brits there. Linfield losing to Legia Warsaw. Celtic hammering KR Reykjavik. And for those of you with long memories, I remember watching the first Champions League final. It featured Chris Waddle playing for Marseille, and that team down the bottom there, Red Star Belgrade, were the evil Eastern Europeans, like a Bond villain, going on and beating the boy from Gateshead. Get your comments in if you can remember that one. And as ever, get your comments in on PSG and on this semi-final tonight between Lyon and Bayern. I know probably who the majority of people think could get through, but let me know what you think. The big job, the big news for the big hot seat there is that Ronald Koeman, it's one of those ones where they're saying it will happen, but it's not quite ticked off yet. Josep Maria Bartomo, sorry, excuse me, my European pronunciation, says Koeman, he's the president by the way, will replace Kike Satan. Confirmed at the end of another dramatic day at the Camp Nou, which will begin with the departure of the sporting director Eric Abidal. Now, whether he did a good or bad job, I'm not going to comment on, but certainly an emotional attachment to Abidal, who was in that wonderful, wonderful Pep Barcelona team. In fact, they let him, I think, lift the trophy at Wembley after they beat Ferguson's Manchester United. Remember, he'd come back from, what was it, a heart problem? Someone fact-checked me in the comments on that. It was an awful, not a footballing thing, a life-threatening thing. So Abidal, very emotionally attached to Barcelona, but he is out. Koeman will be in if, quote, nothing goes awry. He announced the departure of a series of dressing room heavyweights, but insisted that Messi would not be among them. Koeman has told me that Messi will be a cornerstone. I think it's got to the point with Messi now where he's done so many years at Barcelona that it's important that he is a one-club guy. If you're Barcelona, you keep him around in whatever shape, form or fashion. And it's one of those as well, we've heard with certain managers that they call the shots on their departure. And you'd expect Messi now has earned that right at Barcelona, given what he's given to that club. So I'm sure we'll be on here with tomorrow morning's update saying Koeman is confirmed, or still nearly confirmed, but that one is going through. Hashtag let fans in seems to be working here. We're at this point with COVID now where it all seems to be about consistency, doesn't it? And this argument, certainly from my core business, as a musician, where you've got lots of people arguing now, well, look, if you're letting people go and sit in restaurants, why can't they come and sit in theatres, or why can't they come and sit two apart? And then I've heard this argument, they were playing snooker in the World Championships in England. You're letting people indoors in an air-conditioned room to watch the snooker. So it's now all starting to be not are people safe or are people not safe, but look, if it can't be one rule for one and one rule for the other. So what they have decreed is that non-league clubs at step 3 and below can admit fans to ground. So that's clubs in the National League North and South going to be able to open their gates to spectators. I think that's, with immediate effect, isn't it? Pilots are required before an intended expansion for clubs above that from October the 1st. We've already speculated about the fixture computer on Friday and whether it's going to just magically bring out some hard to police games. Maybe Luton versus Watford's going to come out before that October the 1st review in those first few weeks. Remember, we've got September the 5th for the cup games. We'll look at that in just a second. And then the leagues are returning on September the 12th. So really only, it's actually probably 5 or 6 games, isn't it, given the ridiculously speedy schedule that they're going in. But it could be as much as, September the 12th and then starting in the league, and then October the 1st we could see fans back in on a rota for season ticket holders, no away fans at first. Then you'd imagine that will ramp up as we go towards think January the 1st is going to be the key, and looking at avoiding a second spike and, things like, what do you call it? I can't think of the word, where you have the injection. Oh, I can't think of the word, dearie me. Someone tell me in the comments the word I'm thinking of. I can't believe I can't think of that word. I'm getting a complete mental block on where you get inoculated against a disease. There you go. I can't think what the word is. Right, Carabao Cup draw happened. We did our live reaction. A lot of championship teams being kept apart in this one, so no real juicy ties. You can see one championship one in there with Barnsley and Forest. And you can see a big League One clash with Sunderland and Hull, two of the bigger clubs in that division. The Southern draw, well, I was sitting there thinking we could get Norwich versus Ipswich for a fair long while there, but they drew Luton in the end. Norwich, they're the highest ranked club left in here. Ipswich with Bristol Rovers. Were there any other all championship ties in there? Brentford versus Wickham. Stevenage with their stay of execution after Macclesfield's point deduction. They get Pompey. And if you want to see my live reaction to the draw, like many people did yesterday, we did a live stream on that, and you can check that out on the channel. So the first layer of fixtures in, but we wait for Friday and we see what transpires when all of the fixtures come out. So here's what happened on the channel yesterday. There was the football update. You can see the Carabao Cup reaction. There was a championship transfer update, episode 7, even though I foolishly said episode 6. And something that we had as a secret there, a silly bit of fun video there that Shaylee arranged for me as a surprise. It's a UK football stadium mukbang. Look, it very much splits people, the content. Obviously, the channel is and always will be sober football analysis, but every now and then we will do an entertainment type video, particularly starring Shady. So look, it's a bit of fun. You can't please all the people all the time. The comments in the main have been very positive. I know a few of you were like, oh Ben, you've gone to the dark side and this is silly content and we do not expect this from you, Ben, and I'm expecting going to write a strongly worded letter. Look, it is what it is. The channel, I will reiterate, will always be football analysis, championship based, analytical stuff, facts over emotion. That will always be the channel. So do not worry, you don't have to write me a strongly worded letter, but it is my right as the curator of this channel to do some entertainment style videos, do some opinion style videos, get some diversity. What I would say is, you know me, you know the cornerstone of the channel. Please don't get overly emotional if there's a video that doesn't follow that. It's good to have diversity, and all I would say is, not in a rude way, but if you don't like the entertainment videos, they'll make a small percentage of what comes out. You don't have to watch them, and I understand that. That's absolutely fine. But we're trying to grow the channel, and I think I know what the existing subscribers want, but in terms of just maybe pulling in others and growing it, and I'm trying to make a living out of it, which is important. I do need to do that, and I think most people understood, but I did get a couple of quite blunt comments about that video. So hopefully you'll see by this very sober and analytical football update video this morning that, you know, it is a one-off. But anyway, maybe I've said enough on that. Speaking of supporting the channel, you can do so over on Patreon. There is the Clear of Relegation tier with Big Sam. That will cost you $3.60 per month. I don't see the 60, that's VAT. That's just a donation to the channel, basically. Lots of people have gone for that, which is great, which shows how lovely people are, in that all they're getting is a nice warm feeling and the knowledge that they're supporting, hopefully, one of their favourite creators making content. Solid mid-table there with Mr. Gary Monk in there. $5 a month, comes up at $6 there. That's what you'll pay because of the VAT again. I don't see the extra one there. For that, you get my extra Patreon Q&As. In fact, I might put a shout out for a Q&A up after I do this, and be interested in doing one for the Patreons. And you'll get my Patreon only vlogs there. Absolutely fantastic time. Look at that. We are up to 56 patrons. Thank you so much. So humbling that you guys are willing to support. Thank you there. The newest 4, Richard, Mike, Nick, and Lee. I think there's been a couple more overnight that haven't updated on that, so sorry if I've missed your name out. It is, however, absolutely free to support the channel over on YouTube, but I would implore you to hit that subscribe button. We are climbing nicely, 11,402 subscribers at the last screenshot there, so we're way over that figure up there. What also helps is if you hit the thumbs up. If you're watching the video, hit the thumbs up, and get your comments in on any of the stories, and I'll very succinctly bang my drum. Checks and balances, be kind in the comments. Discuss, doesn't have to be a debate, you don't have to take anybody down. Let's try and make this a good place to debate and raise the standard of internet communication, which is very poor sometimes, isn't it? Right, thank you everybody for watching. The world is my oyster today. I think we're caught up on transfers. I think we're caught up on news. Maybe I need to sort my bed hair out. But maybe I think I'll go back to a season review type video. And if any big news drops or any big transfers, we'll dive in with that. But I think we're fairly well organised. So let me know in the comments any particular type of content you see as we come up to Friday and the fixture release. Right, it's 11 minutes past 9, so I must get this up. Hopefully get this up before about 9:30, 9:45. I'm tardy, dearie me. Right, thank you everybody for watching. See you on the next video. Over and out.